I think it's pretty much evident though, over the course of all these years through several, very thorough and detailed recordings, me describing my life, my spiritual journey walking with God, which I've been talking about, and I've been on this journey, especially through the course of my entire, dream. You feel me? Like my entire life pursuing my dreams. Even before I started making recordings, I was on this same journey, which is clearly displayed in my earliest poetry. So as well as my earliest quotes. And so, it's a clear, thing, that I've been with God on my spiritual journey. And anybody who know anything about God, especially anybody who, are under God, knowing the Bible and things, then they'll know that, God is a supernatural God. And, I say that to say this, because I still get and it's the weirdest thing. I talked about how the persecution was always unnatural. And so I still get that deal of persecution from time to time. And the weirdest thing is it changed form to the point where other people, try to invalidate my feelings, you feel me, and impose their, for instance, it's just like a situation where I talk about how the grass is green and stuff like that. It's like somebody that, they might have purple grass, you feel me, in their yard. And it's like them taking a square out their yard and just coming around you or coming up to you and just holding it and just mushing it in your face and stuff. Well, that's your lawn. You feel me? That's not my life though. There's people that might not believe in the supernatural. You feel me? But that's okay. That's how they feel. But me personally, me knowing who I am, me knowing who God is, and me knowing what journey I've been on from experience, from experience living day-to-day life, then I know that my life is supernatural. You feel me? As well as any other Christian, that believe and that know God and have their own personal relationship with God. You feel me? We all believe the same thing. All Christian. And so, it's people that don't believe in Christianity. That's fine. But I don't see a point in, forcing, nothing on nobody. Just like Christianity, we don't force nothing on nobody. God don't twist nobody arm to serve him. You feel me? He let people choose to love him. You feel me? That's the reason why he didn't kill the devil from the start. God could have just killed the devil from the start when he first started acting up. You feel me? The only reason God didn't destroy the devil is because then everybody who followed God would be doing so out of fear. You feel me? God want people to love him out of love and choose him and choose to love him, out of free will. That's what God wants. That's why he didn't just destroy the devil at once. And so that's why we got spiritual warfare, this battle between good and evil. But, we in the end times, though. So God soon go wrap it up, But, yeah, man, I'm just saying, though, I don't see the point. And, unless they implying that all Christianity is a shared delusion or something of that nature, in which case, then they are not under God or of God. Not of the Bible, obviously. So, that goes right back to that same point. But that don't change the reality that heaven real, hell real. And, the Bible true. I'm here, So it's grass got to be green, But for people that, might have purple grass, on their lawn, but I ain't knocking that. But I don't see why they, just because my grass green, they got to pick up a square out their yard, square grass, a chunk, and just, come on my property and just mush it all in my face, feel me? And just keep it around me. Post it up at all my, everywhere I go, post up purple grass pieces and propaganda, every place I go, which it was not there until I get there. You feel me? I don't see no point in, they got to keep forcing purple grass on me all the time. Okay, that's what you want. That's what you into, feel me? But me personally, you feel me? I live on planet Earth, feel me? I'm just saying that's normally what that's how God made nature. But that's, that's just how that's just my life though, feel me? You feel me? I can't speak for everybody else's life. But that's just my life though, and it's weird like that, how, some people try to force these perspectives and opinions of things on you, invalidate your feelings, invalidate your testimonies, invalidate and dismiss, your testimony. Why be so dismissive of the truth? You feel me? Because even with the exception of the spiritual aspects of my life or reality, it still shows the existence and the presence of a long-standing, you feel me, and ever compounded crime situation that far exceed the parameters of anything the law has tolerated, for a prolonged period of time of this magnitude of gravity against one person, a blameless, innocent person, proven, you feel me, with extraordinary talent that's already been a victim of larceny and worse things, you know what I'm saying? So it's a weird situation, you know what I'm saying? We go into it, you know, and we've been into it so many times already, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, to no avail though. You know, it's weird like that, you know what I mean? And Ellie don't understand it, you know what I'm saying? Why it's still, you know, can snowball like that. But I mean, but that's the situation, man. And so, I mean, everybody know my life kind of weird, you know. So I got like a split public / personal life situation going on, you know, unconsented. But at the same time, I'm an author. So it's like, well, I got fame for my talent. But you know, it's like it's certain people, places, and things that exploit and take advantage of the situation. You feel me? And that's what they did and been doing for all these years. They took advantage of the situation, you know what I'm saying, of what my life was actually strategically and gradually turned into by people above my financial bracket and above my social class. You feel me? And even, you know, starting before the point of time I was able to understand or discern it. And so, you know, it's weird how, you know, I mean, this happening, these are the actions, you know, of a severe crime. You know what I'm saying? Severe crimes, you know, like for a prolonged period of time, like over 20 years. You feel me? And you got influential figures that take credit for it. But yet at the same time, you have like injustices and structures and things that's also like, you know, forcing themselves on a situation. You feel me? Unprovoked with it. And then I'm like, well, I mean, look, okay, am I the only person that's my color? You feel me? Or, you know, my religion, or, you know what I mean, that's in the land, you feel me? You know, something along those lines, because you see the gravity of the situation. I mean, like, is there nobody that, as one person, one innocent person, fighting, you know, that is fighting so his legacy, his ministry and things don't be wrongfully destroyed, it's, you know, after, you know what I'm saying, a crime against it was already, you know, virtually prevented. You feel me? Through the exposure of the situation before it ever got to the point where it later would get anyway. You feel me? So, I mean, I can't, just because, you know, something was intentionally ignored, you know, that shouldn't mean further damage or destruction for me or my legacy. You feel me? I mean, that negligence is not, I mean, you feel me? I mean, that's not my responsibility. You feel me? The rest of it, the civil part, the civil aspect of the order, the natural law order of society was supposed to pick up on and take care of that. If it didn't, then, that in no way okay, that shows and opens up the idea, you feel me, that it was indeed a premeditated situation. And that situation is not off the table given the nature or the set of circumstances that, you know, this situation put my life and legacy in. So it's highly likely, you know, possible, you know what I'm saying, that this was a premeditated, intentional, pre-contemplated, you know what I'm saying, attack on a person's, you know what I'm saying, intellectual property in advance, you know, on their identity, brand, everything, you know, theft, you know, all of that stuff, which happened, you know what I'm saying. We see aspects of that in some parts of society, you know, and coincidentally, you know what I'm saying, in artists that had connections to injustices and stuff like that. You feel me? So, we're looking at a situation, so it's like, that's a new investigation. So, basically my point is, under no circumstances is my body of work in any kind of jeopardy, or should be, you know what I'm saying, especially with no kind of entity that possibly could have, you know what I'm saying, had anything to do with these influential figures via monetary or, you know, any other type of, you know what I'm saying, high, you know what I mean, like, you know, top collar type, you know, crime that's above the law or whatever, you know, because in that situation, like, people get, you know, when they got mammoth, you know, their money and stuff, you know, they can put them above the law to be able to do it. So it ain't a fair fight or situation. And I feel like, and it's offended when they get misrepresented as that. I feel like people, you know, it's like some people, like, they looking at a situation for something that is not. It's not like a situation like me. It's not like Elijah versus another person, you know, artistically or something like that. No, that's not the kind of situation. I wish it was that simple, but it's no way possible, because, you know, that's not the situation at all. That's a horrible misrepresentation. You feel me? It's more like a situation of an extreme, you know, like a tremendous collusion, you know, multifaceted, attacking every aspect, you know what I'm saying, of a person's personal life to prevent them, you know what I'm saying, from being able to have success in anything. You feel me? That's the kind of situation. Art is just something that, you know, that I guess, you know, okay, Eli's good at art, true enough. And there's other people who, you know, think they are, you feel me? And so they feel intimidated with what Eli could do, you know what I'm saying, in art. So they drag that aspect of Eli life, you know, or they drag that aspect or impose their, you know, what they do, you feel me, their purple grass on Eli's legacy again, you feel me? And that's a situation that we see continuously happen. You feel me? That's what I mean by the grass narratives and all of that false narrative they have me locked into. And, you know, and they start acting on my life according to, you know, these narratives. You know what I'm saying? Though there's contrary truth already available for the situation. You feel me? And that's the weirdest thing ever, you know. They don't recognize, you know what I'm saying, the true, like, you know, they don't really, like, recognize that it's not, you know, that its facts show otherwise. You know, and just like I recently, you know, and that leads me to say this, you know, I recently had posted, you know, a quote, you know, and it was like, and I say, well, I wrote it, I created a quote, you know, it's one of my unreleased resources. And it says, the crime against me is not recognized, but my life is still acted on according to it, despite what's been disclosed to the structures years ago already. Just as my damages from the crime are being recognized in order to informally deprive me of basic rights. But the crime that caused the damages is not being recognized, you know, nor is those responsible being held accountable for the ever compounding damages and expenses, you know, by Dexter Ray, you know. And so that's the expenses and things that I'm still suffering simultaneous to me making this recording right now. You know, it's a situation that as long as certain influential figures in a position, I mean, like I say, it's a tremendous failure of law and order, man. And I'm just an artist. I was just an artist. And this is a position they put me in because I'm not in any way, you know, obligated to forfeit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would I be asked to be doing something? Why would I be asked to do something that the next artist or person not doing? You know what I'm saying? Somebody already, you know, been proven involvement in a situation, you know, that possibly colluded with, you know, injustices and things in order to facilitate or accomplish it. And it's not a situation that's resolved and it's not unresolved. It's like, I mean, it's a ongoing situation and it's still active because my testimony viral through my recordings, through my quotes. And, you know, the situation already been, it's been to the foreground the whole time while it was happening. Even before new things, you know, things that would later happen, you know, that would further, you know, damage my brand and stuff would happen. Before that happened, I already had reports of it viral about the harassment and things. So there's no way that certain people could have, you know, had like that access to my life if there was law and order, you know, in society. So that's the situation. Again, I was just a regular person. You feel me? Trying to protect my ministry, my legacy, because I know that I could take art to different levels that I didn't have the opportunity to display it. You feel me? I know what I was capable of, and they knew too. You feel me? And that's why they did this to my life. And I mean, it's crazy like that. And then so it's people place their things that every chance they get, they try to discredit, invalidate, degrade, or diminish. You feel me? My testimony and things like that, you know, then just chunk it up the coats, satanic coats, like that supposed to be the tops. Like, well, you know, they can do whatever they want to anybody because it's satanic coats. So that supposed to just be it. You feel me? And unfortunately, that's definitely not the situation here. You know, I promise you, you feel me? That's not the situation here. It's not. It is very, 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 you know, not the situation. You feel me at all? Not going to be the situation. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, it's not. You know, if they read the Bible, then they'll know. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, man, they'll know this. I mean, they know God's character. You know, I mean, Eli, I'm just a servant. There might not be much I can do, but I know somebody that can do so. You know, and it's my Father, my Heavenly Father. You know, but I mean, but yeah, man, it's crazy like that. Like, I'm like, well, supernatural is my life though. You feel me? I mean. So, I mean, the things I speak or the things I say is spiritually discerned. You feel me? As the Bible clarifies in Corinthians, you know, it's not for people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's more concerned with being praised and worshiped themselves and having, you know what I'm saying, being known for art and things that they did not create and having, you know what I'm saying, and being praised and worshiped for, you know, for that. You know, it's less, you know what I'm saying, like, it's not about, you know, those kind of people. You know, in fact, you know, I got like a informal restraining order against people like that the structures are intentionally still not, you know, honoring, because I mean they place these people in these positions and then swell them up with all this money. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they can have immunity, sit above the law, so they can be like little, you know, they can be like dogs where they can just carry out, you know what I'm saying, the dirty work of the structures. You know what I'm saying? And just anybody who's seen as a threat or something, they can just try to counsel them with these dragons and beasts that they put up there on purpose. That's the only way. You see, and that's why the situation not a fair fight. If it was a fair fight, then Eli would have it'd be fun. You feel me? Everybody, I mean, it'd be fun, like competition. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? My purpose is not really competitive, but you know, for fun, Eli could, you know, compete or contend like that artistically, but it's not a situation like that. You know, the situation that's been broken, like the structure's been broken in favor of these particular influences. Eli is at a total disadvantage. If there's no way possible I could fight these people because of all this stuff they're doing to my private life, they're cheating. You know what I'm saying? They're cheating, they're sabotaging. That's like throwing sand in somebody's eyes during a title fight. You feel me? That's like coming into the ring with gloves with spikes and glass on them, and they're hitting me with it. You feel me? That's what they're doing. They're not fighting fair. And then they just chunking it up, saying satanic cults are making, you know, satanic cult, whatever they do. You feel me? To justify doing things that's fake like this. You feel me? And I mean, I don't understand if they understand that all of this is really leading them nowhere fast, because there's no future, literally. You know what I'm saying? That they're heading towards. You know, especially with the completion of this situation. They just haven't processed it yet. But I mean, I digress. I mean, that ain't my focus though. My focus still on the light. You feel me? Regardless. But yeah, it's unfair what they trying to do to me. You know, everything rigged. They rigged everything. Like really, the same people that been preying on my life, you know, since way back. You know what I'm saying? Every phase of my life. You know, and then, you know what I mean? They rigged the whole society. You know, just to be able to hold this guy back from success. It sounds like something it sounds like it's you know, just totally out of this world. But I mean, given all the situation, the circumstances, the proof, facts, and what we can confirm actually did happen, then it's not so far-fetched to say that. That is absolutely wild. You know, what people would do, like, you know, to stop somebody from being great, bro. It's like hating times a billion. You know what I'm saying? With a V in front. You feel me? Like this hate, like hate. Like I'm probably one of the most hated on people in history, bro. Like especially in the history of this land. You know, it's weird. Like people don't understand, bro. The stuff I've gone through on a daily for literally no reason, unprovoked, in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? For years. You know, just back nonstop, quick succession. You know, things, and then sometimes these people, you know, take credit for it the same day, same time. Then other times they wait till like a month later to say something about it. Hey, you know, they just been voring me from all sides. You know what I'm saying? So the fair is not a fair. I mean, the fight is definitely not a fair fight. You know, they're cheating, you know, heavily. You feel me? That's like somebody having a game against somebody in sports. And then that's like all the people come off the stage. I mean, come out the stands. You feel me? And then every time you get the ball, people come out the stands and hold you. You feel me? Hold you while the other person take the ball and go score, and then have everybody else still counted as a basket or counted as a TD or something. You know, it's like, it's weird like that. That's the kind of stuff I've been going through. Like, man, I ain't understand it, but it cheat, man. Like, it's an understatement. I mean, it ain't been a fair situation. That's for people that be like, oh, it's, you know, like if it was a competition or something, like somebody win, somebody lose. It just ain't fair like that. I wish it was, you know, because Eli, I mean, I don't mind, you feel me? But I mean, it's not that kind of situation. They're cheating. They got structures. His structures are literally breaking the law all year, every year, 365 to help these people win. You feel me? Or these artists win. You know what I'm saying? And I can't respect that. You feel me? It's not a fair situation. On top of trying to like cancel my legacy, literally in plain sight, on top of everything they already did that was reported before they even finished it, to finish it anyway in plain sight while everybody watching. Like this situation is so ridiculous. It's way past the parameters of like many situations in history. Like it's weird like that, man. But that's something different though, man. But this is just my life though. You know what I'm saying? This is what my life has been for a long time. This is what I've been conditioned to. This is what I've accepted as life. And this is how I know life is. You know what I'm saying? Just pain and suffering. But I got hope though. and that's in the Lord.